Yeah, it looks like they continuously build it, bringing ships through here. I really think they want to go after me, but they probably don't think they have enough. If we take a look on the Path to Victory screen, I'm actually top here. The Trilerans have gone up a long way. Sacra's gone down a lot. Yeah, really not sure what to do with the Trilerans. Maybe I will try and get non-aggression with them after all, to try and move them on. There was a spy I wanted to move last turn, I forgot about it. We're actually up to security level 2 now. Yeah, it was 18% last turn, it's down 19%. Maybe I recruited someone or someone leveled up. Right, colony ship is over there. Right. Sadly, they're in the system already. That one is coming up. Let's move my fleet in here. Okay. Let's have a look at this. So they got a starbase. I don't know where else they got. 92, 637. Yeah, the victory chances isn't actually all fully green, so I could definitely lose ships if I went for that. We'll have to see though. Spy, yeah, Spy was recruited. Okay, I'm going to take a minute out then to update this and do my espionage. The Terrans this turn will actually allow an annual tribute, so I'm going to give him a huge amount of credits for this annual tribute. It's definitely not worth that much, I believe, but he's including charts, which he really values. This arguably isn't a great deal, but it's probably worthwhile to get the trade treaty. So let's propose that.
Gratefully
I
accepted.
should now have enough for a trade
What do you
treaty,
propose?
so let's propose.
Gratefully accepted.
Okay, so that's a lot
What
of
do you
my
propose?
money gone. I'm actually going to do a deal with the Trilerians as well, in the hope that they won't keep on building up in preparation to attack me, which it looks like they're going to. So I can give him a bit of money and a fusion bomb for a non-aggression treaty. He actually really wants the new matter bomb that I recently picked up. In fact, he would give me literally every credit he has and every bit of annual tribute he has to get his hands on it, which has got to be a bug. There's no way in hell it's worth all of that. Bombs really aren't all that important. So I'm not going to take advantage of that because I think it would be a bit yeah, it would be manipulating the eye a bit too much for my taste. So I'm just going to give him this basically in exchange for it. He could dishonor this still. It might not even move off either, but we'll see. So I'm going to propose that.
Gushingly,
Okay, so our relations are pretty
I
good
listen.
now.
That I do.
That's how much a research treaty is. He doesn't actually quite have enough, and I don't have enough anymore either. Okay, espionage this turn. Let's train another agent. I've no idea how many agents I've got now, but yeah, it's getting to be quite a lot by the looks of it. This guy, let's take him off counter espionage. Let's infiltrate the Clacon, I guess, with that guy. And how much have I got? 18%. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'll leave the others as it is actually. Keep it at level 2. Right, we got the charts of the Terrans, so we can see their planets. There's nothing too interesting up there, to be honest. I've got a tiny bit of movement left this turn. I think I keep them there still this turn and wait, hopefully, to see if they move off next turn. I've got that civil transport completed with Mercians on it. Let's get it to Stelio. And I think that's it. My main fleet is out of movement. I don't believe I'm going to buy anything this turn. That's how things are looking here. Some of my robo-miners have been finished recently, so my colony is getting back to making colony ships and a variety of other things. Let's end the turn. Okay, so I'm really interested to see what they do with their ships this turn here. I can attack that this turn. That may actually use up all my movement, sadly, which is a
How
problem.
much for your attention?
Okay, one of my colonies is actually getting pollution, surprisingly. So it's null, so I'm gonna have to make a pollution building there. Okay. I've... Right, we've lost the foods off one of the tiles. Is that what it's saying? Yeah, I've no experience of the new pollution mechanic whatsoever, so I haven't got a clue how it works. I'm probably gonna have to make some of these buildings then. So pollution cleanup, and yeah, I'm gonna have to get in some of those by the looks of it. So let's start with that, I think. Can figure that out in a minute though. Okay. Right, threatening fleet supposedly. Dragon and something else. Yeah, the Trions are still there, which I thought might be the case. It may take him a minute to realise they shouldn't be there. I'm probably going to bring my factory up to build an outpost there. This stage, we have a non-aggression, they shouldn't be able to attack it. I'm able to colonize this turn, and I also have this tech.
Prospectors have sifted away the
So I'm going to be
impurities of
hoping to make that wherever I'm planning on making ships soon. Right, so what do I need here? I really could do with getting the extra movement from the jump gates. That would be huge, and there's various production things I want, but I think movement is actually the most important thing arguably now, just getting my fleets where I need them to go. So yeah, I'm gonna head up in this direction, get those jump gates. That will massively increase the speed that I could get fleets all around this area and, well, the whole map actually. Let's do the automated movements. Okay, and also let's colonize down here. So this is Tindalos 2. Let's colonize. That's the first tundra planet I think I can remember colonizing in this Let's Play. Let's make that. I'll probably be buying that in a second. Definitely need a factory or two more probably, especially if I'm going to get those jump gates soon. Right, I'm going to take a minute out to update my build list. Okay, this is the Empire Management build list this turn. So I've decided to buy a couple of things. I bought a space factory in a Fire-S system, and I've also bought that automated factory on Tindalos. There is loads of other things I'd like to buy, but I'm going to need money for other things in a bit. So I've got bits of movement left to do this turn. So this factory, I'm actually going to bring down here to build a outpost, which I may or may not need. It's right next to a wormhole, so I probably kind of do need it. That new factory, there's asteroids here, and also a gas giant. I wouldn't even mind getting an asteroid over to these, see if I can... It would seem it is possible actually to get a laboratory up on these Antaran ruins, even if you don't have a colonized planet within the system. So yeah, I want to try and do that if it's possible over there as well. I've got a civil transport built in Null. I was intending it to bring down here, but I'm actually going to get Mercian population down there, so I have no idea really now where I want to bring this. I guess I'll bring it over there. Right, and I stay in there. Okay, I've got my main fleets I need to move. I'm actually going to bring this space factory up here then. Gonna start to rebuild that outpost and hopefully then move on once I've built that. If they don't attack it, which they shouldn't do since I have a non-aggression pact now. Right, I want to attack that. Problem is, I think I'm going to lose all my movement if I attack it. But if I only leave a partial amount of my fleet here and move it elsewhere, then they could attack it. So I'm going to have to, yeah, just attack with the whole lot. I'm gonna do auto resolve here. Hopefully, it won't get any damage. Nope. Good. Right, that's one destroyer less for them. Okay, and I think that's basically it for the turn. So next turn. Okay. Yeah, Trillians are bringing stuff around here still. Coming down with there. I think it might be a factory or something. Right. We got the shield capacitor of the Sacras. New tech, great. Infiltrate. Okay, that looked pretty good. Yeah, they're keeping those there. If I highlight that, you can see the victory chances. If it appears for long enough. Yeah, so what I'm thinking of doing this turn now is actually taking that planet and then buying some cruisers there in a turn or two and then attacking here in much greater strength. So I won't go losing ships hopefully, but we'll see. Right, there's Orion Guardian there. We now know about the Klakon colonies, supposedly. Okay, let's do the automated movement this turn. Let's bring that to there. Start building that again. Okay, I'm sure I've got a bit more movement to do. Let's bring that to there and get the extra research. That's coming around there. Okay, I'm gonna take a minute out then to update my espionage and my build list. Espionage this turn, the spy who stole off the Sacra, I'm gonna get him to do that again. Hopefully they'll have a tech to actually steal. One of the spies that infiltrated the Sacra, I'm going to steal. This guy, who's level 3, I'm actually going to get him to infiltrate a colony. And I think I'm going to do that one up there. It's a level 1 colony, it looks rather good. So I'm probably going to try and get that to revolt and weaken them, which may help me down the line at some point. But probably won't be a big issue if I'm successful or not. In the meantime with that, they only have a couple of techs I can actually steal off them, so it's not an awful lot I can do against the Klakon. I'm not interested in many of those really. Right, so I've got bits of movement left this turn. I think I'll just keep those there still. And these, I think I might actually upgrade the frigate. So let's upgrade that. Okay, finally. I'm going to bring that down here. I might as well bring a scout down as well. It's not really doing anything over there. There's still a chance of pirates over here, I imagine. If there are, I'll probably just buy a frigate here quickly, which probably won't be too expensive. What else have I got? Oh, I've got my main fleet, which I definitely need to do something with. Yeah, I'm not going to attack that this turn with it then. I'm going to attack Opus Prime. So there's nothing there actually. You know what? Let's just take a frigate out to start then. Let's see what's here. Okay. So it's a recently colonized planet by the looks of it. There's no marines here at all. So I could take it with one transport. Should I attack Opus 2 with the rest then? Yeah, I really don't want to lose ships though. Some of my ships are damaged. Yeah, I'll just move here for the turn. I'm in two minds what to do about that really, but let's attack. One transport will be enough. So let's deploy. Okay, we took the planet. Okay, so let's move that over there. I'm actually losing food on here, which isn't good. I'm gonna lose population. There's not an awful lot I can do about that. I need... Well, I actually want to buy a ton of stuff here. Want to get ships up and out pretty soon. So I need... Well, let's check out what they've got on here for starters. Oh, it's just the colony base. Just one food. Hydroponic farm, they don't have. Well, I guess I could make that to solve the food issues. It's going to take me a while to make ships here, or buy ships here. Certainly buy them cheaply, at least. Which, yeah, I really want to do. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. I could do with buying a star base there as well. I got a... Well, if I wanted to... Let's check something out. If I want to buy ships cheap, I need that. And I also need that. So they're the ones I really need to get up before I can buy ships for cheap. If I buy ships, it's going to take up the build slot, which is also an issue. I'm not going to immediately starve here. I want the assimilation thing here as well. Both of these are 20%, I think. So that's 640. I wouldn't mind a starbase being bought here as well for some protection. Let's buy that this turn then. Okay. We'll figure out things next turn from there. Okay, I think that's it for the turn now. So let's end the turn. Taking a couple of turns to repair wouldn't be a terrible idea. I mean, if they're building ships in the meantime, then that's an issue, because they're going to get stronger, but they probably won't be able to get, like, build a ton of cruisers there all of a sudden. This guy successfully infiltrated, excellent. Okay, so that's not changed, there's still 4 ships there. How many ships have I got to repair there? Just 1 destroyer, 2 destroyers, is that it? Probably. I've got 1 transport left, so I don't really actually have enough to take that anymore. I've started making transport back at Mulban, but it's a long way away to get up here. So I could do with buying transports off some system as well. So I can't really take that immediately anyway, probably. It's probably got a big population on it with Marines if it has a starbase. We stole information on colonies. Let's get the movement done this turn. I'm going to take a minute out then to update this. Okay, espionage this turn. This recently arrived spy I'm going to get to steal off the Klakon. They've actually got subterranean farm tech, which I would really like. They've recently picked up, so they have a few techs I can steal. Other than that, on the Empire screen, I have bought that geosynchronous warehouse. I assume it works with ships. It should do. There's nothing in the description that makes me think it doesn't, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure, actually. So next turn, I'm probably going to buy some cruisers there. And also, this troop transport was finished recently. Let's get this up here. It's going to take rather a long time. That's one of the reasons I need those jump gates. And the civil transport arrived on Stelio 2. Let's unload. So there should be Mercian. Yes. Sadly, this guy hasn't been assimilated, which, yeah, I didn't realize. But you can see it doesn't have that plus symbol next to it, which means it isn't being affected by the normal gravity. Now, what I would arguably really like to do here is make that to get rid of the Gnolam population entirely, and then I would just have Mercian population here, which won't be affected by the normal gravity and are basically better than my Gnolam population, certainly on this world. So I may actually buy that here. I think it'd be a pretty good idea. The question is when. I don't have to do it immediately. We're not on the verge of growing or anything, so yeah, let's do that later on. I wasn't sure if you could do that, take the last population off, but it looks like it is possible. Right, I've got my main fleet there. I'm not going to attack this, and I'm going to wait for a cruiser or two before attacking. I'll repair in the meantime. I'm probably going to need transport anyway, so it's not really slowing down things, I think. I'm planning on colonizing there pretty soon. I got a colony ship coming in 5 turns, so I might as well just keep that there, I think. And apart from that, I'm pretty much done for the turn. That's being made, and the Trilarian are grouping up, but hopefully aren't going to attack us. And yeah, I think everything looks pretty good. So let's end the turn. Okay, so I should get a 40% off the cruiser cost. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost me. About 2 grand.
We would have you weave a union with the Klakon.
I'm not interested in this. I can probably afford to turn this down. She's going to be annoyed when she catches one of my spies though, but yeah, I'm going to decline.
Your self-interest is pitiable.
Okay, is it still 4 ships? Yep, they're not really building up. Yeah, we're looking pretty good on most things here now. Okay, so what's that silly space monster? Let's do the automated movement this turn. They're still there. I think they'll probably move off once that's completed though, but we'll see. Right, Tachyon physics research completed. So normally I have 3 choices, but I've already stolen one of them. I'm pretty sure that the eyes have both of those. The Klakon are the only ones who have that though, and this is by far the superior option. So I'm just going to select this. Extra command points. I have a lot
Our
of command points to grow into now.
sifted away the impurities of ignorance and found a new nugget.
Okay, so not sure if there's anything I want to upgrade here. I don't oh, the computer. No, I didn't pick it up, did I?
Always
So,
keep an eye on tomorrow.
yeah, the next tech I'm going for. What else did I pick up then? Oh, the mass driver modification. So I could have heavy mounts with them if I was so inclined. That's going to take 5 turns then. That radiation shield, this planet which I'm about to colonize, which actually needs that. Class 3 shields. Huge tech that's going to be. Graviton cannons are really good as well, but I'm going to stick with missiles in this Let's Play, I think. And yeah, let's come over there then. Okay, I'm going to take a minute out to update the build list. Okay, that geosynchronous warehouse building does actually work with reducing the build costs of ships. So you can see here my cruiser is now going to cost less than 2,000 credits. And I'm actually going to buy that on the Opus system this turn. Going to buy another one next turn as well, more than likely. So yeah, my fleet's all of a sudden going to start to build up quite a bit. And apart from that, this turn I don't think I'm going to buy anything else. Espionage, I had one guy on counter espionage, a level 3 guy, who I've decided to send towards the Klakon. I have 16%. I have 4 agents of level 4, I believe, doing counter espionage there still. So that's still level. Oh, actually, it's gone down 1. I thought it was on level 2, but it's not. That could be an issue then. So it looks like you need more than. I'm not sure how much you need. Maybe it's 20% or something for it to be level 2. So I wish I'd kept him on counter espionage now. Anyway, I believe I'm pretty much done for the turn. There's nothing else I want to move. So next turn. Okay. Yeah, the Trilarians are still there, but somewhat long before I make that 4 turns or something. Ah, yeah. Okay, so we had espionage at Melbourne 2. Spies have sabotaged a structure in one of our colonies. Biospheres were utterly destroyed. Okay, so I'm gonna want to get them back up in a bit. Honestly, it's not too damaging, is it? Really losing biospheres. Right. So let's do the automated movement this turn. They're still there. Pain in the ass that they are. Right, so that's done. I need to do a trade deal with these guys then. I will do it.
Hello
I think
again.
they're gonna declare war, but
I listen.
well, we'll see.
That I
So
do.
this is gonna cost 611 credits.
Gushingly,
Okay.
until we meet again.
The trade treaties are actually getting pretty expensive now, but I'm earning over 1,000 credits now per turn. I think I've got enough to buy a cruiser this turn, not enough to buy a skirmisher, so I'll probably buy another cruiser. We'll see coming up. They've actually built another ship here. Not sure what it was, either a destroyer or a frigate. I'm going to take a minute out to update that. This turn I actually have just enough credits to buy one of these skirmish ships, so I think it's time I actually did that. We haven't seen one yet. I designed them absolutely ages ago. So yeah, let's buy one there. So almost out of credits. I definitely can't afford anything else this turn. So next turn I'm going to attack that planet, almost definitely. And where else have I got to move this turn? This frigate has arrived over here. I think I'll just bring it over here somewhere. It looks like the Terrans actually colonized or upgraded that. That would explain why they're doing so well in the Antaran victory. Don't know how they got 3 points there all of a sudden. What else is going on? There's a civil transport here. Let's bring that down to this one. And I think that's all of the movement I had left to do. I decided to recall that agent that I sent to the Clacon, so he should come back next turn and it will go back to level 2 security rating, I hope. Right, that's it for the turn then, so next turn.